Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sheikh Achila Patel Samaj LAXMANBHAI Construction Premier League Season 2, organized by Sheikh Achila Patel Samaj Youth League. Before we go to the toss, we would like to start to thank our title sponsors, LAXMANBHAI Construction Limited, live stream media partners, EPCO Quarries Limited, Gulf Timber and Hardware Limited, Supply Limited, silver sponsors, South Oaks Farms, Apex Steel and Apex Pipings, bronze sponsor, Broadwalk Mall and Woodways Kenya Limited, fuel partners, Silver Star Manufacturers Limited and Harium Titans, man of the match partners, Juja Blocks Limited, IS60s partners, Sajanand Creatives Limited, Dot Ball partners, whereby initiative done by the Kachila Patel Samaj, where each and every dot ball will be planted a tree. MK Builders, Kapil Timber, Alpha Aluminium and BBC Auto. Our media partners, East FM. We have game number 13 between the Purple Cap and the PALORA Dragons. We have both the captains alongside with the toss representative, Mr. Tharankara. We'll have a call from Azaz. Samaj is a call. And Youth League it is. Unfortunately, another toss lost by the Purple Cap captain. Pushkar, you won the toss. What are you going to do first?
We are going to bowl first.
Bowling first on this track. What total are you looking to put on board to chase?
140, 130.
140, 130. Any changes in your side?
No, same team.
Same team. I'll go to Azaz. Azaz. પાછો ટોસ કેવું લાગે?
અમારે બેટિંગ જ કરવાનું હતું એટલે અમને જે જોતું હતું એ મળી ગયું છે.
તો કેટલો ટોટલ સ્કોર અત્યારે જોવો છો આ વિકેટ ઉપર?
આજે અમે 220 પ્લસ કરવાની ટ્રાય કરીશું.
220 પ્લસ. અત્યારે તમારા બે પ્લેયર આવી ગયા છે, તો કેટલા ચેન્જીસ છે અત્યારે સાઈડમાં?
અત્યારે બે ચેન્જ છે, નિખિલ અને અથર્વ પાટીલ નથી રમતા, એની જગ્યાએ બે પ્લેયર આવી ગયા, સુખદીપ અને મુટુઆ.
So the news from the center is the toss has been won by the PALORA Dragons and they are going to bowl first. And
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's the beginning of match number 13. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is match number 13 between PALORA Dragons and Purple Caps. PALORA Dragon winning the toss and electing to field first. Captain Azaz Kotaria to start the proceeding, and Pushkar, the captain, bowling to Captain Pushkar Sharma here. We've been having interesting games yesterday, day before, which all started from a Saturday, all lit up by a century from Chirag Sisodia, and after that we've been having high scoring games, which has also been encouraging the captains to decide to bat first. But surprisingly today they've decided to field first. That's the first boundary. He draws first blood. And that is from the batter Prashant Girani. He's been looking good. Even in the past games, he's been getting some good starts. Unfortunately, he's not been able to convert it into a big one. He'd be hoping to do so in this course. Welcome, Raj. A new game here. I think the wicket is different from what we saw yesterday. Is that the reason why PALORA Dragons decided to field first?
Thank you, Prasad. Yes, indeed, the wicket is a different one. We've moved at least 2 wickets apart from what we played yesterday. And looking at the wicket, there's a bit of grass on it. It looks a bit kind of dumpish, but on the looks, it looks like a batting wicket.
Walks down the track, targets the cow corner, and he hits it straight towards the scoring board. And that's the first 6 of the day from the bat of the captain, Azaz Kotaria. Use of bottom hand. Bottom hand comes into play. He takes it. The ball was going away towards the off stump. Picks it from the off stump. Hits it. Looks like that's the first ball lost for the day. I don't know, maybe if you can just give me a count. How many did you lose yesterday in that game?
So yesterday, a total of 7 balls were lost. We were lucky that after the 7 balls, the 2 more that went out, we got them back. But we didn't get the other 7.
So for every dot ball, you have a tree planted. Do you have something like something similar for every ball lost?
So I feel we should push this all to the batsman. 1 ball you hit out of the park and it doesn't come back, you need to give back 3 to the organizers.
That's an interesting one. That would reduce the flow of boundaries and sixes in this tournament.
So they'll be very cautious before the try hit.
Unfortunately, the crowd is not going to be very pleased with that decision if that has to come into place. And lofted delivery. He decided to give it some air in the first delivery. Raj Patel coming from the botanical end. Much would be expected out of him in this particular match. I believe last match was not a great outing for him, especially when everyone in his team was taken to the cleaners by Shubham Patel. It was against the Hariom Titans, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was Shubham Patel, Hiren Kerai, and then none other than the Superman, Samar Gajar. So over the infield, Izaz Kotaria. Another boundary for him through the long on region. Do you see that already? Vraj Patel coming in for the second over with the new ball, and he's already getting turn in the pitch.
Yes, this has had a sharp turn after it pitched. A bit of extra bounce as well, but equally good to the occasion. There's an appeal here from Chandresh Irani and given. This is a big wicket. Izaz Kotaria was looking to break free in this match, especially the way he was starting. But a tossed up delivery. Like you said, there was a bit of a turn. There's an appeal for stumping. The umpire had already given it. Steps up. There's a great piece of glove work from behind the stumps by Chandresh Irani, and as you can see, the line belongs to the umpire. Umpire makes no mistakes and gives it immediately, and that's first blood drawn by PALORA Dragons, and they would be happy to see the return of the dangerous Izaz Kotaria. He's a great batsman. Unfortunately, he's not been lucky in this tournament so far, but that brings in an experienced campaigner again from the national team, the wicket keeper of the national team. It is Sukhdeep Singh.
So the PALORA Dragons, as they won the toss and elected to bowl first, I feel they understood this wicket quite well. And I was also there with the owners of the PALORA Dragons, Manubhai Budia. And he also asked me for a view on the wicket. When I had just gone there after the toss was done, I ran a bit late today. So once I went to see the wicket, as I knew today we're going to play in a different wicket, we could see, yes, there is greenish grass on it. The pitch looks a belter, but it is a two-paced wicket. A wicket where the spinners will enjoy. A wicket that also the pace bowlers will enjoy, because it's going to give you the bounce. And with the greenish grass on it, or bits of grass on it, you get the swing.
This you could already see from the way they are making the bowling changes, bringing in Raj Patel during the power play. The captain seems to be extremely encouraged with the pitch report that you've just given me. He seems to have also noticed the same, and precisely why he would want to bring Raj Patel in the power play, and he delivers, gets the wicket of the dangerous Izaz Kotaria in the first over after being hit for a couple of boundaries. But I'm sure the PALORA Dragons would be okay seeing the return of Izaz Kotaria, although Raj went for a couple of boundaries in the first over. But it'll be interesting to see now a good contest. It's Pushkar Sharma versus Sukhdeep Singh. Sukhdeep has also been coming from some good knocks. Recently he's been doing quite well. Even in the league he's had a couple of good knocks. And even he had a successful tour for the national team. So he would be in high spirits as he's going to approach this Pushkar Sharma, who just teams in right now. Was that a bit of extra bounce there? It's sharp swing. He's been surprised. He completely was surprised by the bounce.
For sure, because if you can see the pace of Pushkar, it's not as quick as he is normally, and with that he gets the bounce. Brilliant piece of fielding there from Aditya, definitely saving a couple of more runs. In fact, no run has been taken there.
Sukhdeep would have wanted to get a boundary of it. It was there. It was asking for it. It was a full delivery outside the off stump, room offered. Now this time it was not giving much room to free his arms. Taps it down, gets a single, gets past to the non-striker, gets the scoreboard ticking, brings back Prashant Hirani, who looks good, especially the way he started middling the ball. He seems to be seeing the ball well, coming back from a good cameo in the previous game.
Prasad, just to let you know that Prashant Hirani, a very determined player, a very committed player who's currently playing with an injury.
I mean, that's great commitment.
And not only this game, but from the beginning of this tournament, he's got some slight issue with his knee ligaments. And that is why you would see that Prashant Hirani will be the impact change for the Purple Caps.
Yes, this is a very important decision for the Purple Caps, because in the previous game against the Swami Bappa, they almost escaped a scare of a defeat when Onkar Jadhav was looking good. Unfortunately, just a bit unlucky there. He would consider himself to be unlucky, but in reality, I would give compliment to Azaz Kotaria, who's completely changed the game when Swami Bappa was looking completely set to chase down 136 runs. And even in that game, it was Prashant Hirani who came in as an impact player, scored a handsome 41 runs from 27 deliveries with 5 fours and 2 sixes.
I feel out of all the teams, the most successful impact player so far has been for the Purple Caps in terms of Prashant Hirani. So Vraj Patel coming in for his second over and over number 4 for the PALORA Dragons. 24 for 1 after 3.
Bowling the fourth over for PALORA Dragons, Raj Patel.
Raj, the captain, seems to be extremely impressed with your... There's an appeal there, and that's given. This is wicket number 2, and it's a big wicket. The best impact player, unfortunately, going back. I hope it is not the commentator's curse that has just hit him.
Second wicket.
I just hope he doesn't go back having a look at this.
Incoming batsman for Purple Cap, Neil Akash Tambe.
Batsman seemingly very upset with the decision there. He extends his bat to the umpire, saying that there was a bat involved there. But no respite. The decision has been given by the umpire, and Prashant Hirani has to take a long walk back. That brings in Neil Akash Tambe to the crease. Much would be expected of him. He's been having a good outing so far. for the team. Raj has been hitting the stumps. He's been lofting the ball up. He wants to drag the batsman down because he sees there's a bit of extra support he's getting from the wicket. With the extra bounce, it's a full delivery. Tambe pushes it towards the cover region. Gets himself a single there. Opens his account. In fact, he's got an extra run. There's 2 runs. That's good running between the wickets. Nilakash Tambe has scored 105 runs from 3 matches. He is the 7th highest scorer in this tournament so far. So he's been having a good outing with the bat. Scored 37 versus the Nairobi Capitals. Got a half century against the Hariom Titans. And in the last match against Swami Bappa, he managed to score 16 runs. Two of those scores has actually gone into a winning course for his team. Puri Masters. Purple Cap.
Coming in to bowl the 5th over for PALORA Dragons, Anil Gurasia.
There's a change here. A youngster, Anil, has looked very impressive in his previous games, and that could be the reason that the captain is impressed to bring him during the power play. I think he had a very good outing in 2 of his 3 games. He varies his speed, doesn't shy away from giving it a bit of an air, gets a little bit of swing in the air. So this has certainly impressed the captain, getting him a spot in the power play.
With the slow delivery there, Sukhdeep Singh looking at charging down, trying to go over the infield. Doesn't get the timber that he wanted. Just able to take a single, getting Nilakash Tambe to the wicket.
While PALORA lost their last game to Hariom Titans, it was a big scoring game. Nilakash Tambe trying to hit it through the covers, finds Neil Mugabe, a good fielder, wouldn't take a chance of his arm. In the last game, Anil Gorasia was an impact player. Unfortunately, he went for runs, 2 overs, giving away 22 runs. But the captain showing a lot of confidence in him, and so far he seems to be delivering for his team, with 3 dot deliveries and just giving away a single in his first 4 deliveries in a power play.
I think it is the lack of pace that is not allowing the Purple Caps to target him, because he's running, his run-up is also slow. His release arm is even much slower than that. And then he's giving a ball a bit of air in it, trying to push this one a bit further.
In fact, it has hurried him a bit, which has been the pattern of this tournament so far, especially for those bowlers who are running from the school end. Raj himself, my fellow commentator, has been a recipient of some success having bowled from the school end. Gets them an extra bit of a bounce, hurrying the batsman sometimes, especially those specific spots. If the bowler can utilize those to their advantage, they can really trouble the batsman. And this seems to be a very good over, just giving away 2 runs. It's a power play at the end of 5 overs. After a flourishing start, the score has slowed down. It's 28 runs for the loss of 2 wickets for the Purple Caps.
So in terms of the batsmen or the bowlers rather picking up their side to bowl from, it is also to do with the wind and the breeze that we have during the night. From the school end, you get the breeze blowing towards the river, so it allows you to give a much in-swinging delivery before that. And from the other side of the botanical garden, it is against, so you get an outswinger. So it's like when your team has 2 bowlers who are genuine swingers of the ball, one who is an outswinger, one who's an in-swinger, you definitely want to give them the best side to bowl from, so that at least they get the advantage of the breeze even. At times you find that the ball might not do much, but that little movement of the breeze is what is more lethal than even the ball swinging much. The reason for that is if a ball swings too much, you beat the batsman. He doesn't play it. But with the slow, just the deflection from the wind.
There's a wicket here in the meanwhile. Bhavya makes no mistake. Nirakas Tambe trying to be the aggressor. This seems to be a cotton bowled, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was Yagnik's over. Yagnik coming and immediately getting a wicket off his first delivery.
So out of the 6 overs from the power play, we've already seen 3 overs have been given to spin bowlers, both of them being the left arm spinners, giving them the longer side of the boundary to bowl at, and the batsmen trying to play against the spin, losing their shape and just giving out easy dismissals.
Absolutely, and all the 3 wickets have actually gone to the spinners. The spinners are the one who have actually taken all the 3 wickets. The first 2 wickets from Raj Patel, and now the 3rd wicket from Yagnik Pindoria. And it was an easy regulation catch for Bhavya, who makes no mistake. We can see that their spinners are actually utilizing the wicket the way the captain wanted. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, coming from the school end, where they are using. Unfortunately, sorry, it's a botanical end that they've been using. Both the spinners coming from the same area and utilizing that.
So for the spinners who are coming from the botanical end, whether be it left arm spinners or right arm off spin, there is a spot just on the good length. There is a bit of rough, and also, and that's another wicket. 2 in 2. This time round, a slider, we must say, or the arm ball from Yagnik. Ghansham Siani not reading at all and gives out his wicket just the way he gave out his wicket in the first game.
Is this the immediate next ball? Are we looking at a hat-trick here? Is it 2 wickets in 2 deliveries here?
Yes, it is indeed. And this maybe 5th time now that a player has got a chance for pick a hat-trick. We haven't seen any yet. Can Yagnik pick one today?
This will be very interesting to see, because then we have seen every day some records being broken here. We saw the fastest 50 being broken yesterday. We saw 6 fours being hit in 1 over. We saw the highest total of the tournament so far. And I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to see the first hat-trick today.
So to face the hat-trick ball is none other than Francis Mutua.
An experienced campaigner. Much would be expected from the batter Francis Mutua, and if Purple Caps have to get to a good total, they would hope for some serious contribution from Francis Mutua. He's a good batsman, currently plays for the national team, a very good all-rounder, and much would be expected out of him and also his partner Sukhdeep Singh. They would be hoping, the Purple Caps would be hoping both of them to steer the ship moving forward. In the meanwhile, for the PALORA Dragons, they would be hoping Yagnik to get his first hat-trick.
Definitely, yes. And just to let you know that for the Purple Caps to get to a respective total of, let's say, even around 150 plus, this is the pair that needs to bat throughout the innings and complete the innings from now on till the end. So they've got around 14.4 overs to play with. Use at least 3-4 overs to settle in, and then utilize all the rest of the overs. Try and get at least 8 and over. So in the last, when you say last 12 overs, even go for 8 and over, you get 96 runs. So from now till the 8th over, just try and get in, try and understand how the wicket is. And it looks the otherwise for Francis Mutua. Just the
Early
first ball,
signs.
just the first ball may be respected because being it was a hat-trick ball. And then the second ball, he just charges down and goes for a wild swing.
I think this is not what the purple cap would expect out of him. They would expect him to stay there, but he wants to play an aggressive role. There's a misfield here. Is the young lad Anil. He couldn't collect the ball, and it was actually sailing all the way to the boundary because there's no fielder behind, no protection behind. Yagnik Pindoria, the bowler, does not seem to be very happy about it, but he will have to take that. Welcome boundary for Francis Mutua. His intent seems to be very positive. He's not going to be budged. It doesn't seem to be that he's going to budge. He is someone who wants to aggress. And another shot. This time rocking onto his back foot, hitting it between the cover fielder and the extra cover fielder. 2 back-to-back welcome boundaries for the purple caps.
And for Francis Mutua.
Absolutely. He looks dangerous. He wants to take the attack to the opposition. And this could also be a ploy that they do not want to hold back, considering it's a T20 game. They've seen high scores being chased in games here in Sri Kachilaya Patel. Of course, we can debate about the fact that it's a totally different wicket right now, but they would want the scoreboard to be ticking in the context of this game.
And we said for that, this is the pair that needs to stay. And I'll tell you one more thing about Francis Mutua. Francis Mutua likes to play the left arm spinners because he's a very perfect player of playing the inside out shot. He's a player who goes with full swing, and that allows the offside to be open during Francis Mutua's batting when the left arm spinners are playing in. So this is where now Sukhdeep, or maybe even Francis, needs to tell Sukhdeep that let me take the strike more for the left-handers, and when you get your opportunity, you stick in.
And I think they've been playing together for a long time in the national team. They are regular season campaigners. They know each other from a very young age, and I'm sure there would be good communication between them, and this is what the purple caps would be hoping for. And another lofted delivery, getting the turn. There's a bit of a message that Raj wants to send. Looks like he's trying to send a message to the opponent dugout that he's silencing all his critics.
I feel it's not the opponent dugouts, but it's his own fellow friends who pulled his leg in the previous game when he was hammered by Shubham Patel. And his friends are upstairs just over the pavilion. So maybe he signs out to them that, boys, you were saying so much the other day. Today is my day.
Yes, and in fact, he has been a great spinner for his team. He's been a very good young lad who's made it to the ranks in quick succession with his delivering some great performances in the domestic league, which catapulted him towards the national side. And he's been also delivering well for the national team in the last couple of years easily. And for him, and for also his reputation, it would be a little difficult for him to accept being taken down the way he was in the previous game by his fellow colleague Shubham Patel.
Definitely. And even Shubham Patel and Vraj have even played in the local leagues together for a long time. So it is something that the boys enjoyed. Yes, they enjoyed both ways. One way, not really enjoyed Vraj being hammered around the park. But the other side was like, it's Vraj who's been hammered, but who hammered him? It's Shubham Patel.
So that was his bitter medicine to gulp on that particular day. Unfortunately, that's how cricket, it's a great leveler. It can actually humble you on a particular given day, irrespective of irrespective of being the biggest star of the game. It has humbled a lot of people, and I'm sure that is also why this game is so special. Before the fielder could collect it here, there's some good running between the wickets. Tushar Vagani gets 2 more runs. For the Purple Caps, they would be hoping not to lose an extra wicket at this point in time, because they've actually had partnerships which were starting to bloom, but then it would be short-lived by a wicket coming back to back.
A wicket now is going to open up the tail-enders for the Purple Caps, and
Half of the side is already back in the pavilion, Raj.
yes, and we still have around 13 overs to go.
And in the context of this tournament, Purple Caps so far have only lost 1 game, and their run rate is also I beg your pardon, yes, Purple Cap have actually lost 2 games back to back, and in the context of this tournament, they would not want to lose another game, because so far the only team that has lost 3 games is Swami Bappa. All the other teams have won 1 game and lost 2 games. Yes, of course, they've played 1 less game. This is the 4th game for Team PALORA Dragons and the Purple Caps. Purple Caps relinquishing just above H.H. Swami Bappa and at the bottom of the table still. So another defeat here would make it even more tougher for them, while PALORA Dragons would be going up into the top 3 if they can actually snatch a victory here.
A great shot there from Francis Mutua, playing it past the bowler straight down the ground for a single.
Interesting last delivery. Also a good thought from the management, sending a left-handed batsman towards a left-arm spinner. Slightly going down leg, flicked off his pads. This outfield is quite quick, and this would be a welcome boundary for the Purple Caps after a while from the bat of Tushar Vagani.
So 8 runs of this over and a wicket for the Purple Caps. 44 for 5 after 7. So the current run rate is 6.29. So at least with Francis Mutua on the crease, and the total projected score for now is 126. Francis Mutua being on the crease can push this total to at least 140, 150. At least giving something for the bowlers to do in the second innings and try and defend the total.
And this is where Francis has to also play some smart cricket here. He needs to realize that he will have to play long. It's quite difficult. He's a very attacking batsman. It's quite difficult to curb your instinct and not play your shots. But in the context of this game, as a seasoned professional and as someone on whom the whole team is going to rely, he would be expected to stay longer, play longer, and then take the attack to the opposition as you cross 12, 13, 14 overs.
And with that, I think is the non-strikers or whoever is playing with Francis also need to stick in, speak with each other, and create at least a base of this first innings for the Purple Caps.
Precisely, Raj. I was also looking at the leaderboard and some of the numbers are staggering. Mohit Java 256 runs from 3 innings. Chirag Sisodia following him very closely at 245 runs from 3 innings. And Harendra Kherai, the immediate next one, is just half, if just 126 from 3 innings. Mohit Java and Chirag seems to be on a totally different planet. And I think they're batting as if there's a separate wicket that they're batting on in comparison to their peers.
It is the time that they're taking on the wicket, the time that they're spending on the wicket. They have been very excellent. They have been very excellent. Even if you look at the averages are so high for Mohit Java and Chirag Sisodia. They have been just so marvelous in this tournament.
So far, they have been the players to watch in this tournament. And it has been a batsman-dominated game so far. But we're seeing this game slightly different. Bowlers getting the upper edge. The spinners, unfortunately, the spinners were the one who have actually been taken to the cleaners the maximum number of times. But in comparison, they are the ones who have actually taken all the 5 wickets. All 5 wickets have gone to left-arm spinners. This would definitely encourage the opponent team as well.
Do the PALORA Dragons have a third left-arm spinner?
Will be interesting to see if they have one. But they also have some left-handed batsmen. I think Pushkar is a left-handed batsman, the captain himself. I don't know whether he'd like to fancy his arms at some left-arm spin and rather than doing some medium pace.
So looking at the squad of the PALORA Dragons, I can see Puneet Budia playing in today, who's also a left-arm spinner. And then they have Nitish, who's a right-arm, but he's a leggy. So that also becomes like almost like a left-arm spinner to a right-hander because the ball is turning away. And good running in between the wickets there from Francis Mutua and Tushar Vagani. 2 quick runs have been taken there.
So far PALORA Dragons have had Yagnik, left-arm spinner, Raj Patel, left-arm spinner, and as you rightly said, Nitish Shiran is a leg spinner who's yet to bowl. He tries to step out here. Francis Mutua, instincts taking over. He doesn't like to be kept quiet in shackles the way he has been so far.
It's easier to say than done. But you see, when you get your ball to hit, and yes, you've lost the 5 wickets, but that doesn't mean a bad ball is also to be respected. A bad ball needs to be converted. That will also give you the confidence in playing your shots. So that is what I feel Francis Mutua is trying to do. He's trying to play his shots, trying to get himself in the game, enjoy the moment, and then at least try and score a boundary in every over. Pick 2-3 singles here and there. That will also push their run rate.
That's precisely how good cricket needs to be played, and you're bang on there, Raj. But the only concern for them at this point in time, maybe something that might not allow Francis to play his natural game, would be those 5 wickets that he has lost, because one more wicket here, as we spoke, could then expose the tail, because this could be the last recognized pair, or maybe one more. But having said that, bad balls as the one we spoke about, and here we saw a bad ball, a first shot ball from a leggy, and like you said, Francis Mutua was immediate to pounce on it. This is the second maximum of the day, and a similar delivery was seen earlier that was being punished by Azaz Kotaria when he started the batting, and now this is the second maximum here from the batter Francis Mutua.
Prasad, I'd like to say one thing. You know, with the leg spinners, it's generally a norm that they will bowl a short ball. I don't know why, but it is there.
And a full toss.
And a full toss, for sure.
This is very common. This is a saying that we hear growing up. The coaches used to say a leg spinner has to bowl a short ball or a full toss in a particular over. It only depends on how he manages that. Because as you rightly said, finger spinners have more control. Leg spinners, the wrist spinners are not having that many control. But however, the wrist spinners are more dangerous than the finger spinners, because they get a little bit of an extra turn and an extra bounce, and they are the ones who basically get those extra wickets.
So in, what a shot that is again. Oh, he gives it straight to the hand of Aditya Vekaria. Trying to play his shots. And this time round, wasn't a ball that you could say was definitely a bad ball. I think it is the batting of Francis Mutua who made the ball become bad.
In fact, the coach acknowledging some good fielding there from the long on. He goes against the spin. As I told you, he's going against the spin. A bit of extra bounce, not able to connect it well, and then not finding the exact middle of the bat. And this is some great catching from Aditya, the young lad.
A great contender for the emerging player of the tournament.
A lot of contenders. Anil Gurasia, then we've had Anis Nagda,
With Aditya
Sachin
Sachin
Shiani,
Shiani, we have
lot of them.
Sahil Halai,
Sahil Halai, yes.
we have the boys from Swami Bapa cricket team,
Absolutely, lot of them, lot of young
Dhananjay.
prospect, yes.
we have Milan.
Do we have a contender for young umpire? Because I see Paul Anjere here.
Paul Anjere is just short but not young.
So no emerging umpire of the tournament.
No emerging umpires of the tournament. The only thing I would say is giving a heads up to the umpires that the organizers are having a see of how they are doing in their jobs. Maybe if they do well, they might get a bit of bonus also.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a senior pro here, making sure the rest of his group is doing well. We've also been lucky to have some great scoring team here with Maggie and Chadwick.
Is that a bounce just before getting it to Nil Mugabe? Jignesh Irani trying to go for the drive. Oh, just a bit shorter. Or let's say maybe Nil Mugabe sat down a bit earlier.
You could see from the expression of Nitish, he was expecting the second wicket there. A quicker one. And this is been the story of the day. Spinners have dominated the whole game. The entire 6 wickets have gone to spinners. And the wrist spinner gets another one.
By looking at this, do you think that the Purple Caps will also do the same thing in their second innings? Try and bring in the spinners?
You know, this is also the advantage, because one of the most difficult art to master is leg spin. You know, whenever you talk about leg spin, you always talk about the great Shane Warne. He was the greatest leg spinner of all time, and it's a very difficult art because you're using your wrist. Very difficult to land at the right areas, but if you can master that, it's a very difficult craft, and it can really trouble the batsman. Even in today's international cricket, you don't see a lot of leggies in the game. Very, very few. But if you are a leggy, and of course now another craft which is very seldom seen is also the Chinaman. Both of them, and if you are one, there's high chances that you would always make to the national team.
So, for those around having a look at this tournament, hearing what Prasad has said, ladies and gentlemen, get your kids ready. Push them to leg spinning or the Chinaman arm and see your son proceed to the national team. I think Prasad is going to do the much of the selection and pushing it.
But you know, like you say, there's a disclaimer that don't push someone who's not a leg spinner to become a leg spinner and expect him to play the highest form of the game. But in general, yes, good quality leg spinners are much in need in the international circuit, because of course they go for runs, but they also get a lot of damage to the opponent team.
So Raj Patel in for his fourth over. 18 runs and giving out 18 runs and picking up 3 wickets. Out of the 6, 3 belong to Raj. He's in his last over. Do we see a fifer there from Raj?
There's a high possibility. If he can get one more, then he would definitely fancy his chances to get the second one. And we are also approaching to the strategic timeout. And the coach of Purple Cap would be expecting not to lose another wicket as they are approaching the strategic timeout.
I feel the Purple Caps should play Raj out for this particular over. Let them not try any fancy shots there. Let him just pick 1 or 2 singles here and there. That's it. You have the rest of the 10 overs when you know that Raj has done his overs, and you can play the other bowlers the way you would like to. Even try and target one of the bowlers there. Raj Patel today just seems like he's very pumped up.
He seems to be charged, giving the batsman that eye. You see, and he's giving the ball a bit more air, wanting the batsman to charge at him, enticing the batsman to attack him. But so far this over, Jignesh has been very sensible. He gets a single, gets to the other side, brings in Tushar. Tushar has a better prospect of playing Raj because he's a lefty batsman against a left-arm spinner. With 3 more deliveries left in this over, Raj seems to be attacking the stumps. He wants to get that one more wicket. And this is why the captain would have also brought him on for the 4th over.
He's been the pick of the bowlers so far, and that is the particular reason that Pushkar Sharma, the captain of the PALORA Dragons, has asked Raj to come and just complete his quota, try and get a wicket or so, and even pull down the Purple Caps, that even the target that they were looking at, that even becomes a bit lower.
Surprised him, disguised by the bounce. It would be interesting. This is the last ball of Raj Patel's spell. What a spell this has been so far. Tries for a single, but it's a dot ball. So this has been a great spell from Raj Patel. 4 overs, giving only 19 runs and getting 3 crucial wickets for his team.
At the end of 10 overs, Purple Cap on
The PALORA Dragons.
the loss of 6.
And at the end of 10 overs, Purple Cap are at 60 runs for the loss of 6 wickets as we head to the strategic timeout.
Time for the Purple Caps to think about the remaining of the innings.
So we are back.
Welcome Vishal to the combox.
Thank you, Prasad. Ball just turning away from Jignesh Hirani. They will definitely have to take these 10 overs in a caution.
And words would have been expressed from the coach to play out the 10 more overs, not looking at the score. Because if they could hold on and keep playing, getting those singles and doubles, even though they might be dried of boundaries, they can still get to a reasonable total that the bowlers can defend, or try to defend rather. But another 1 or 2 wickets can actually be chaos for Team Purple Cap. They would not be hoping to have that. And that would exactly be the message that have been passed on. But so far, Vishal, this has been the story of this game. It has been the spinners getting all the 6 wickets. 4 by the left arm spinners, 5 by the left arm spinners, and 1 now by the leg spinner. You can also see on the screen that there's a lot of turn that Nitish is also getting in this game.
Just that I would still say that Francis Mutua going to play the turning.
As we speak, that's the next wicket. Wicket number 7, courtesy Nitish Hirani. He tries the ball coming in. Batsman trying to create room, but manages to get a leading edge, or hits it straight to the slip fielder who makes no mistake. The captain himself, Pushkar Sharma, takes it easily. Was trying to cut it, but only finds Pushkar Sharma in the slips. Wicket number 7, and immediately after the strategic timeout. This is not what Purple Cap would be expecting. Things not going right for Purple Caps. And Tushar Vagani has to walk back, and that brings in Ankit Ashani on strike. He would be the new batsman to come in. Things not really working out for Purple Cap here, Vishal.
The thing I was talking about is Mutua and Akash Tambe. Both those batsmen should have taken that responsibility of staying there. Both of them just getting out, trying to go hard at the ball and getting caught. With Mutua, the first ball being hit out of the park, still trying to get another one, using the power, but unfortunately being caught at the deep mid-on.
Ankit, young lad, another emerging player. But he's up against Nitish Hirani, who's generating a lot of turn and getting some bounce off this wicket. Last ball of his second over, and another turning stock delivery from him. A leg spinning delivery going away from Ankit Ashani. What a spell this has been so far from Nitish Hirani, giving only 9 runs in 2 overs and picking up 2 important wickets. This is good captaincy from Pushkar. He realizes that the spinners are getting a lot of help from this wicket. He brings Yagnik back. We saw Raj completing his spell. He's keeping the pressure on because he realizes with 7 wickets down, he sees a great opportunity to finish the remaining batsmen in less than, or finish this first innings in less than 15 overs. And that's why he's brought his another successful spinner, Yagnik Pindoria. Missing leg completely. The ball walks past the fielder. Good use of the feet and sweeping it down towards the fine leg. This is something interesting, Vishal, that I wanted to see more, because when the ball is turning that much, it's highly unlikely that you might get LBW. So this, when you have such a turning track, mostly the batsman the go-to shot for the batsman would be the sweep shot. Interestingly, the batsman has not used that much to their advantage in this innings.
The way Nilakash Tambe going to hit a slog sweep, unfortunately being caught just right in the 30th circle. I feel something somewhere could have done that damage.
But at the same time, what the bowlers of PALORA Dragons have done, as much as they realize they're getting turned, they've actually pitched it up. They were not hitting good length or short of a good length. Instead, they were going it up towards the batsman, forcing the batsman to drive. We've seen at least 2 or 3 batsmen trying to drive it on the up, getting an edge to the slips. So this is some great bowling and good thinking bowling from the bowlers.
This is what they need to do at this stage. Just try and rotate, get the score par, the projected, or at least get something near to 120. A bad delivery here by Yagnik Pinoria. Bowling outside off stump. The field is well protected. So 69 for 7 at the end of 12 overs.
For Purple Caps, they would be hoping Jignesh to stay in there. He had a good cameo against the Hariom Titans, scoring 24 runs for his team. Unfortunately, in a losing cause though, but still, he seems to be the senior partner in the middle right now, and much would be expected out of him. The team would be expecting him to carry on as long as possible without losing yet another wicket. On the other side, Captain Pushkar would be hoping to finish the rest of the team. There's a big appeal there, and the umpire seems to be convinced. Seemed to me as if also from the initial look of it that this could be an easy decision for the umpire to make. This seemed to be the googly, the one that is straightening up. It was tossed up. It would be interesting to see the replay here.
PALORA Dragons picking up at 8 wickets.
That's a googly, straightening up after pitching. Hits the back leg. The back leg collapsing there. And from the first look, the umpire seemed to be equally excited as we were here. Seems to be a straightforward decision, Vishal, from the umpire.
Incoming batsman for purple cap. 5 to play. Push Victoria.
So Dilkush Vekaria walking in to replace Jignesh Shirani. Let's see what Nitish tries to do here. First, googly bowling outside off.
And that's a stock delivery from him. Moving away. As you said, Vishal, I was also expecting a googly to come in straight onto his pads. It's a stock delivery again. Rocks onto his back foot. Goes for a single. Gets off strike. Brings in Ankit Ashani with 8 wickets down. It looks very difficult right now for Purple Cap to gain any momentum in this game. Pushing them to a score that they would have wanted at the toss. But for them, they would be hoping this pair to carry on as long as they can. Milking those singles, but it's a big shot here from Ankit Ashani. It's a 6. Ankit Ashani hitting a 6 towards the cow corner. Goes down on his knees. A slog sweep. Sees an opportunity. The ball was already pitching down leg. Doesn't miss on it. And that deposits it to be a big 6 towards the cow corner.
A good shot there by Ankit. Might build his confidence up, depending on how he's going to execute the rest of the innings.
Ankit deciding to go after the bowling and he doesn't want to be quiet. This is also not a bad ploy because he must be trying to amass as many runs as possible. If he can get maybe a couple of overs with 10-12 runs, this would definitely be a welcome signal from his team dugout. A short delivery, goes on his back foot, punches it towards the fielder there. Captain, or it was Yagnik there, who makes no mistake. Last delivery of a eventful over. Tossed up delivery. Variation of speed, slightly more slower. Not allowing Ankit Ashani to go on his back foot and punch it the way he would have wanted it. At the end of 13 overs, Team Purple Cap are on 76 for the loss of 8 wickets.
Next time, please.
A little away. That's like.
Coming in to bowl the 14th over for PALORA Dragon. Aditya Vekaria.
Let them over.
A change of bowling. Aditya Vekaria comes to bowl his first over from the botanical end. Oh, that's another leg spinner here. Captain Pushkar utilizing. Aditya took a great catch earlier to dismiss. Francis Mutua, there's an appeal here and given. Another leg spinner. Good change from the captain and gets him the result he was expecting. A quicker delivery. Outside the off stump, a wild swing, gets an edge, and the keeper makes no mistake. Good keeping from Chandresh Hirani here. And that's... The batsman realizes that he's gone and he just walks back, doesn't even wait for the umpire signal. And this is wicket number 9. Purple cap losing their wicket number 9. And that brings in the last batsman, Bhavesh Kerai. This is a brilliant change from the captain, Pushkar Sharma, because he realized there's an opportunity here to finish the opposition much quickly, and he realized that the leg spinner was even becoming difficult to play from this end, and he brings in another leg spinner on the other end. This is attacking good captaincy from Pushkar Sharma, and his bowlers have also been equally responding well to be able to satisfy the captain's confidence.
That's middle.
पाँच ऊपर रहना 5-5.
So decent over here by Aditya Vekaria, just giving away 2 runs so far and taking a wicket of Dilkush Vekaria.
Vishal, I feel the batting unit of Purple Cap so far have not really clicked the way they would have expected. They are a good team, have some really good players in the dugout. Unfortunately, so far they have not clicked together as a batting unit, because in the first game against Nairobi Capital, they were all out for 101. In the second game against Hariom Titans, they could only manage 136, which was chased down by Hariom Titans. And in the third game, also, they could only score 136 runs, but they defended it, courtesy some great bowling against the Swami Bappa. But if you look at the games which has been happening, most of them are going 150 plus, 140 plus, so their bowlers have done a fair job in restricting the opponents, even when they have actually crumbled down for a lower score. But this is where they would need the batting unit to put their hands up and make sure they're getting much more runs. Someone needs to take responsibility and play through. So they will have to come together as a unit, discuss and decide who is going to be that batsman, if they need any changes within the squad, so that their batting unit is lifted up. Because at the end of the day, whatever said and done, the way the T20 game has evolved, the batting unit needs to click, allowing the bowlers to defend some runs.
More of a thing is that the power play overs have not clicked in for the Purple Cap anyway. So they need to see, or they need to work out something else. An inside edge with Pushkar Sharma coming in to bowl his third over. So somewhere something needs to be worked on by the Purple Cap. They need to sit down on a drawing table and go do the homework behind of what the other games have been messed up and what has messed up. They need to put everything into a black and white paper and debate on it alongside with the captains and alongside with the management to tackle with the remaining games.
There's a big heave from Ankit Ashani, but it lands in no man's land. Hit straight past the bowler. Could not get the elevation, could not get the distance, but was safe enough to have missed on to reach any of the fielders, getting him 2 extra runs. Yet another looks like a slower delivery. Hit high in the air, 3 fielders converging, but it lands in no man's land. This seems to be a slower delivery from Pushkar. Hit hard, and also he was not able to get the impact that he would have expected, because it was much slower than he would have expected it to come. Good variation, good change of pace from Pushkar Sharma, who has come in for his 3rd over. I was a little surprised that he bringing himself on with 1 over still remaining of Nitish Hirani. However, we saw in the previous over. That's a good catch there. Oh, it's dropped. That would have been a fantastic catch. One of the best catch of this tournament so far by Tom Ojijo. He jumped up full length, gets it with one hand. It pops out. He tries to hold on to it, but couldn't manage, loses his balance and misses a wicket here. Again, surprised Ankit Ashani by variation of speed, variation of pace. And that's the end of the 15th over. 84 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. I have a feeling that previous over of Nitish went for some runs. Ankit hit him for a big 6. He was trying to hit him. That could be one of the reasons that Pushkar decided to bring himself on, trying to finish this. He almost did. If Tom would have held on to this catch, that was not an easy effort, but a brilliant effort, a valiant one from Tom Ojijo. He's a great fielder, very agile, very aggressive in the field, gives his 100%, and this is good cricket.
So good athleticism there by Tom Ojijo, which is well known for. He's playing away, same shot like Dilkush Vekaria. And 85 to win here for the PALORA Dragons.
That's a good beginning from Francis Mutua. He draws first blood in his first delivery
Francis Mutua, picking up
for Purple Cap. This is good start, getting the wicket of Nirav Budia.
dismissing the opening batsman of
That's a great catch in the point from Nilakash Tambe. Hit on the up. Great catch by Nilakash Tambe. And Nirav will have to take a walk back for a golden duck. Not something that he would have expected. Brings in Aditya Vikaria. Captain Azaz Kotaria throws the ball to Francis Mutua in the first over. He realizes that Francis can be a very, very dangerous customer in the initial overs.
Center. Right some over 5 to play.
We've had a lot of times when you've seen 2 wickets in 2 deliveries, even in this over. It would be interesting. A youngster, emerging youngster Aditya Vikaria, will he be up to the challenge against an experienced Francis Mutua? Edged! And the expression from Francis explains the situation. It beats the keeper and the slip. Drops short of both of them. Francis would have considered himself to be unlucky here. But it would be interesting to see how he bowls to Chandresh. So Francis Mutua walks in for his next delivery. Both the deliveries have been eventful. He created a chance in the first delivery, which was converted. Second delivery, yet another opportunity, but falling short of the wicketkeeper, landing between the wicketkeeper and the first slip. There's a third delivery here. Chandresh has been looking good in this tournament so far, getting some fiery starts. Wow, this could have been an appeal, but not a big appeal. But it would be interesting to see in the replay. Pitch tone line. Oh, it would have made for an interesting appeal. But could be the height. If we had a ball tracker, we would have actually known the trajectory of the ball. Francis so far on the money in his first 3 deliveries. A big heave from Chandresh. And this is how he plays. He plays attacking. He will attack. He will go for his shots. They have a good bowling lineup, which has been emboldened after the arrival of Francis Mutua following his national duty. I can also see the young Sachin Shiani there. Angled in towards the right-handed batsman. Chandresh place it down towards the long on fielder. Francis walking back towards his bowling stride. Interesting to see how Aditya Vekaria is going to play him. He's looked dangerous this over, Francis Mutua. Yet another swing and a miss. He would be expecting. And that's the end of the first over. Scored 2 runs for the loss of 1 wicket.
PALORA Dragons require 83 runs to win in 114 balls.
As Kotaria brings himself very early in the innings. He bowled a very decisive over in the previous game against Swami Bappa when against a set Onkar Jadhav. But that over was the over that changed the course of the game, swaying the game in favor of Purple Caps. So Purple Cap would be hoping something similar from Chandresh, sorry, in fact from Azaz Kotaria.
So Azaz Kotaria, short delivery to Chandra Shirwani.
Throws his bat at it. That's how he plays. On replay, this is the first 6 from the bat of Chandra Shirwani. Seeing an opportunity, immediately latching onto it. He wouldn't miss many. Now he comes onto his stumps, and this is the right line. After not a great start, Azaz bowling a great delivery here. He would be hoping to get a wicket or 2 in this over to put pressure on the PALORA Dragons. But PALORA Dragons have a good batting lineup with a lot of good batsmen in there. So Purple Caps will have to bring their A game if they have to make any match of this. Right in the block hole there. Slightly opening the face of the bat, Aditya Vekaria. But he could find only the fielder there for no runs. Azaz Kotaria streaming in his stride. Played Upish in the air. But the fielders are inside the circle, and which is why Aditya do not have to think twice before extending his arms, freeing his arms. Again the ball swinging away outside the off stump. And the batsmen are quick to latch onto anything which is going away, and opens the face of the bat as he realizes that the fielders are inside the circle. Hits it over the inner circle And it had 4 runs written all over it. This is an over that has not really gone in favor of Purple Cap after a great over from Francis Mutua.
Once again, short delivery there. Aditya Vekaram is timing it. I would say it's a good thing for him, otherwise could have been caught there. As the fielder was kept there just to play that shot.
After 2 overs, PALORA Dragons on 14 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. PALORA Dragons require 71 runs to win in 108 balls.
Francis Mutua to continue from the school end with the first over being just 2 runs of the over and getting dismissal of Nirav.
Wild swing here and a miss. Francis would be expecting to get a finest of the finer edges on one of them. Because he would be hoping that he miscues one. There was an edge in his last over. Created an opportunity, but the ball was landing a little short of his keeper and the slips in place. Now this one swaying down leg. Collected well by the keeper. That's an extra run. Every run would seem too big from the perspective of Purple Caps. They don't have much to defend. So they need to be absolutely on the dot. On every delivery that they're going to bring in, they have to bring their A game into this if they have to make a match of this game. Yet another wide delivery. Getting a lot of swing, Francis. Hitting the seam. Moving it in. Unfortunately, the line not the best from Francis. But so far, he's still been very, very good, except for the last 2 wide deliveries. But we could sense something coming here from Francis. The captain would be hoping that his ace bowler, Francis, brings him yet another wicket. Played cautiously by Aditya Vekaria. Straight to the fielder. There's a bit of a word from the keeper. Sukhdeep saying, what are you doing? Taking singles. Hit over the cover fielder. Let me see how you're able to hit it over the cover fielder. A bit of healthy banter here. Keepers are always known for chirping. And he responds back. Getting a boundary. Not where the keeper Sonu would have asked him to hit, but he did manage to get it past the infield, past the square leg fielder for 4 runs.
So the ball coming in to Aditya. Aditya just going hard. The way he's been doing it Unfortunately, just a thick edge running down with that fielder being on top of the 30-yard circle. So 3 deliveries have gone for 6 runs. 2 being an extra, as Prasad says. No much of scores they have to defend. They have no room for extras being bowled here.
They had just removed a slip fielder, and that gives him, Aditya, the confidence to go after. He goes for a wild swing. It goes past the keeper, and the keeper smiles. Oh my goodness, we've just removed a slip from that position. But I feel this would have still gone past the slip fielder because it was still quite high. But I think in the context of this game, they need to attack because they're not defending 140 or 150. So if I was the captain, I would have wanted that slip fielder in there. Doesn't matter even if it goes for a couple of boundaries, but I still have a better chance of getting the wicket.
Not that the swing is not there. Mutua is swinging both the ways. Knuckle ball there, up in the air. Not an easy one there for the fielder.
Francis Mutua doesn't seem to be happy about it. He would have expected it to be converted. He would have expected the fielder to get that. Completely misjudged by the fielder. He was there right underneath it, but misjudges it completely. He seems to have hurt himself. There's a stoppage of play. And in a game of small edges like this, the margin of error is very, very thin. Because, mind you, they are actually defending a very, very small total. And every bowler would need the support of 10 other members who are in that field. If they were to make any match of this crucial encounter.
Catch could have made a lot of difference here. Definitely bringing Pushkar in. As you've noticed, Pushkar has stepped back in this innings, giving other batsmen some chance.
I think they have a deep batting lineup. Pushkar is yet to come. They've got the likes of Neil Mugabe, Tom Ojijo, Nitish Irani. So they have a deep batting lineup. And they need to consistently get wickets. Not 1, not 2, not 3. They need to at least make sure they get 4 to 5 wickets quickly, in quick succession, if they have to make a match of this game.
Let's see what Chandresh does in this final delivery of the third over.
This would be the end of over number 3. Score moves to a 25 runs for the loss of 1 wicket.
After 3 overs, PALORA Dragons on 26 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. PALORA Dragons require 59 runs to win in 102 balls.
Bowling left arm around.
So Sachin Siani coming in. 4th over. A youngster.
A very promising youngster. He's got a promising and unique haircut also today. He's got himself a very nice haircut. But his 4 overs is going to be very crucial, especially considering how the left arm spinners of PALORA Dragons bowled during when they had come to bowl earlier. Sachin's 4 overs would be very, very crucial, and his captain would be expecting him to get that magic today. That gives them an opportunity to stay live or stay alive in this game.
Even in the leagues, even in the 50-over league, he's been very consistent in the bowling figures.
A lot of cheese being displayed on the screen.
So as we were speaking about Sachin Siani being consistent, apparently he's the leading wicket taker in the Division 1. He's played 5 games, taken 14 wickets.
Even in the T20 league, I remember he was the second highest wicket taker.
Up in the air. A good catch there. Sachin Siani seeing very excited here with that wicket. And obviously, it's Aditya Vekaria.
A good catch from the man on the screen, Francis Mutua. That was hit high in the air. Francis holding on to it. His eyes lit up the moment he saw that coming to him like a hawk going after its prey. And he doesn't miss many. Catches it in his own unique fashion, in a very, very lazy manner. Brings the captain. This is going to be a good contest. Captain walks in. Definitely it'll be a good contest to see. Next over, Francis coming against Pushkar Sharma. But Pushkar, being a left-handed batsman and a left-arm spinner, bowling here would be a very interesting contest this over. But Sachin is a very good, promising youngster with a great head on his shoulders. And I can tell you, he's not going to be shying away. He's not going to be boggled or intimidated at the sight of Pushkar Sharma.
Definitely not.
So at the end of 4 overs, score is 29 for the loss of 2 wickets. There's a bowling change here. They've got in Ankit Ashani. Very unique action. Couple of years ago, I spotted this youngster. He was playing Division 1 for the Kachileva, and now he's been promoted to Super League. He's already been delivering some good performances for Kachileva in the NPCL League, Vishal.
I think he's coming up very strong. And obviously, Lamek, the coach, pushing him back. He had brought himself down very much earlier on. But now once again, he's picking up. So another promising youngster here.
I remember playing him a couple of years ago in a friendly encounter. Even in the league, I remember. He used to bring it right into the right-hander. He loves to hit the deck. Tall lad. But now in the last 2-3 years, I've seen that he's built some extra muscles. He's become a strong lad now. Very happy to see a lot of young talents being nurtured by Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj. And they are brewing in nicely like that roasted coffee under the auspices of Lamek Onyango. Catches a call. That's a valiant dive by Neela Kastambe, but he could not manage to hold on to it. The ball sails past the boundary for 4 runs. Welcome boundaries for Pushkar and Team PALORA Dragons.
Almost getting there, Neela Kastambe. Could have been a brilliant catch here. Yokalan to Chandresh. 7 runs of the over. Just 1 over away from the power play overs.
36 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. PALORA Dragons require 49 runs to win in 90 balls.
Neela Kastambe coming into the attack.
Right arm around. Ball to right arm. That's leg.
Coming in to bowl the sixth over for Purple Cap. Neil Akash Tambe.
क्या बैट है भाई मुझे भी दिला दे यार
So Nilakash Tambe wearing the same color on the hair, matching the team jersey color, purple.
ये वाला भाई हाँ सचिन तू इधर आ निकल जा हाँ तुषार तू इधर ही रह ऐसा हो दीदी
The equation only 48 of 88 balls.
तुषार उधर ही वैसे हो 5 अंदर catch it
Waiting for it. And that's the third wicket.
What they've done here, Purple Cap, is they've reduced the speed of the game. They're keeping it very slow, calm and tidy. But this is what they need. They needed to to slower the speed of the game, which even we could feel it here at the combox. But I think this is all maybe part of a plan. They're slowly getting wickets after wickets. And this now, it's Chandresh Irani who will have to walk back. It will be interesting to see if Neil Mugabe is going to come in or it will be Tom Ojijo.
Nitish Irani walking in. Not Neil Mugabe, not Tom Ojijo, but Nitish Irani.
The experience. He's been in this kind of a situation for so long for his team, Roraka, where he plays the Super League, and I believe there I believe he's a captain, or is it Pushkar, the captain of Roraka Super League? They both play for the same team, but I guess both of them have been captains of the team, so they've known each other very well, and that's why Pushkar bringing in the experience of Nitish Irani. Francis Mutua seems to be pumped right now. His team would need every bit and every pounds of that energy.
bowler ready
So Nilakash Tambe just slowing down the ball.
ले
Flighted one to Nitish. Sloppy fielding there. Is there a run out? No, the throw being not at the stump. Otherwise, Nitish was not in the frame at all.
तांबे बाबू
Now this would be a good contest. Nilakash Tambe to Pushkar Sharma. Off spinner bowling to a left arm batsman. Oh, that was on the money. Surprising Pushkar a little bit, playing it very late in the last moment. Getting himself a single and going past to the non-striker.
तांबे बाबू
Once again flighted to Nitish. A good over so far, only 3 runs and a wicket of Chandresh Irani.
After 6 overs, PALORA Dragons on 39 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. PALORA Dragons require 46 runs to win in 84 balls.
Ankit Ashani to Pushkar Sharma here. Hits past. There's an appeal here. It would be interesting to see. Good stop from the fielder, restricting them to 3 runs. There's an appeal here. Would the umpire ask for a replay here? Did he get a hand to it? Did he get one of his fingers to the ball? Looks to me not the case. Umpire clearly not interested for a review.
Wait.
Ankit keeping it tight here in this over so far. It will be interesting to see how Nitish plays him. A bit of width offered, getting a bit of extra bounce, but the point fielder is down at the boundary. He collects it and throws it back to the keeper, gets a single. So that we are coming almost to the end of over number 7. So far the PALORA Dragons are going at 6 runs per over. A big heave from Pushkar. Hits it in the gap and gets 4 more runs.
After 7 overs, PALORA Dragons on 47 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. PALORA Dragons requires 38 runs to win. In
170 કરી છે એવું લાગે છે સ્લો વિકેટ છે નહીં થાય સચિન નીચે ચલા જાના इसको ओके रहने दे देखा जाएगा पप्पू मारता नहीं है वो शॉट नहीं मारता तो साले ले लो एहसास भाई आजा ये लो डीडी नीचे जा आने दे
bowling the 8th over for Purple Cap.
Neelakash Thambe, the purple in color head to toe. He's coming to bowl his next over for the Purple Caps.
Bowling round to Pushkar Sharma.
We see a man who from all his heart has dipped himself into the colors of purple completely.
कैच इट ले ले ओए
I think we should also urge
शाबाश तांबे
the management to get him a pair of shoes with the same color.
तमे बाऊ
You know, it is also interesting to see last week when Neil Mugabe and Tom Ojijo were batting. They've got this helmet which is also camouflaged, similar to the colors of PALORA Dragons. They've got a pad sleeve which is also looking very much in that color. So they look completely camouflaged in those colors, and it is very difficult to identify them.
Something that they're following the footstep from the internationals. As you know, the internationals are the ones nowadays making that fashion whereby you see one color of the shoe is blue, the other one is red. So those kinds of fashions being comes in, and usually they do come in IPL. Some sloppy fielding there.
That brings us to a quiet 8th over, and at the end of 8 overs, PALORA Dragons are 52 runs for the loss of 3 wickets.
PALORA Dragons require 33 runs to win.
I see a young budding Virat Kohli fan. The prospect of tomorrow. Great to see a lot of young kids coming late in the evening, enjoying the games. And it is after this enjoyment that they would decide someday to take up the game. And this would be a fantastic prospect for the game of cricket. I think deep down we've all grown up in the same way, Vishal, seeing those idols, idolizing them, seeing them play on the big screen, wanting to be like them, wanting to do things the way they do, and eventually developing an enormous amount of unparalleled love towards the game of cricket.
I agree with you. We're sitting just on the same benches where all the kids are seated there watching cricket. And here we are. We are also getting older. The young generation would also come in to take our seats. And that is how everything rotates.
Captain brings in Jignesh Irani, experienced spinner. I don't think he's going to give any freebies to Pushkar and Nitish. At this point, for Azaz Kotaria and Team Purple Caps, they would like to see the return of Pushkar Sharma back to the pavilion, because if he stays there, he's going to take the game away from Purple Caps.
I think both the batsmen not trying anything else. They just want to finish in singles and go. They don't want to lose, just giving away room.
Creating room, but he was not able to later on checking his shot because he understood that he might not be able to get the distance. He wanted to play an uppish drive. He created room for himself. The ball hurrying him a bit. But a little bit of misfield. And they play safe, not taking a risky single. They wouldn't want to risk the arm of Francis Mutua.
yes भाई डॉट निकालते जाओ कोई ना रन रेट नहीं चाहिए इन लोगों को.
They really have a fielder in deep covers. No, they don't have a fielder at the deep covers.
बॉल है भाई.
A Yorker there from Jignesh. to Nitish.
Brings us to the end of over number 9. Score moves to 54 runs for the loss of 3 wickets for PALORA Dragons.
After 9 overs, PALORA Dragons on 54 runs for the loss of 3 wickets.
I can smell a wicket here, boy.
PALORA Dragons
From your end,
require
from your end, boy.
31 runs to win in 66 balls.
Wicket smelling here, boys. Wicket smelling here. Shabash, shabash, shabash.
Coming back to bowl the 10th over for Purple Cap, Nilakash Tambe.
Nilakash Tambe coming to bowl the 10th over just before the strategic timeout.
Drive करवाओ उसको.
Team Purple Cap would be expecting something to happen in this over. Maybe a wicket or two. Because so far after the loss of 3rd wicket, they've managed to keep things quiet. But PALORA Dragons also equally up for the occasion, not giving any wickets.
ले लो.
They are happy knocking in the singles. Nitish playing a very slow knock, but I don't think he has any pressure of any run rate on him, because they're needing only 30 runs from 64 deliveries. For the Purple Cap, they would be expecting the batsman to do something silly here and get a wicket.
अंकित आने दे. गया था स्टंप पे होता.
Another dot ball.
हम तांबे बाबू. डंडों पे.
Nilakash having a jovial conversation, asking the batsman that whether they are not interested to score off him or what.
Catch it. Come Ankit.
Nitish responds well. The fielder is up in the circle. Precisely, they want to attack, but this time it goes past the fielder and 4 runs. A full delivery. A valiant dive from Ankit Ashani, but he could not stop the delivery from going all the way to the boundary.
शाह तांबे.
Score moves to 59 after 9.4 overs. 2 more balls remaining in this over. Hits it to the cover. There's a slight misfield from the captain. Gets a single.
चलो चलो एजाज भाई. Catch it. चल आजा सचिन.
Halfway stage, 60 for the loss of 3.
60 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. PALORA Dragons require 25 runs to win in 60 balls.
Straight away, Azaz coming in and bowls a wide down the leg. Inside edge. Nitish being unlucky. And that's bowled.
Nishirani bowled by the captain, Rastavaria. Bottom batting up for fourth wicket.
He doesn't want to open his jersey. And a block too.
So Thomas Ojijo walking in to replace the outgoing batsman.
Incoming batsman for PALORA Dragons, Thomas Ojijo.
Runouts are coming. Runouts are coming here, boys. Runout machine here. Esal bhai. Next time, please. Yeah. Let's have over 5 today. Confirm, Amir. That's your mid.
Thomas Ojijo almost getting an inside edge. Some smiles here from the purple cap players. It's straight over the mid of fielder. Just 20 read now. A flying effort there by the fielder, not getting the catch into the hands.
Pressure आया भाई को. Pressure आया भाई को.
Tom Ojijo going towards the mid wicket. That was Tushar Vagani. Just getting a hand into it. Could have been a blunder here by Tushar. Short delivery to Pushkar Sharma. A wide signal there by the umpire. The ball just swinging away from Pushkar. So good delivery there by Azaz. Pushkar Sharma just respecting it, keeping it down just next to him. Some words being exchanged there by Pushkar Sharma and Neil Akash Tambe.
these are two boys. Yes, these are two boys. Yes, these are two.
So 69 on board after 11, losing 4 wickets.
Palora Dragons require
Wait, jiga, jiga, jiga.
to win.
तुषार पकड़ना चाहिए था तुषार भाई ट्राई किया फुल गया निकल गया
Yes, boys, the fans have come for more than this. Yes, boys. Yes, boys.
Coming in to bowl the 12th over for Purple Cap. Tushar Vagani.
नेक्स्ट अप
That's leg.
कंफर्म मिडिल प्लीज
That's center.
Tushar Vagani coming in
किंदे
to bowl the 12th over.
Left arm around. Left arm around. Sorry.
So the slip is in place. We'll be hoping some flighted delivery by Tushar Vagani. There's been an attacking field here from the captain Izaz Kotaria.
जोर से डाल
Good stop there by Dilkush, saving 3 runs. So both now dealing in singles. Going hard on this wicket is creating a damage to the batsman. Flighted delivery, trying to go over Mutua. Once again flighted. The boundary is been protected in that area, particularly at the mid-on, deep mid-on for Tom Ojijo. So far 3 runs of the over. Mid-on up, charging down. And that has cleared. So just Sachin Siani coming in. Thomas Ojijo just trying to give a use of the pace for Sachin. Unfortunately, just coming in straight. Would be a good contest between Pushkar Sharma, the left-hand batsman, and Sachin Siani. Let's see, 6 runs needed. Is Pushkar going to pin himself down just to complete this in singles, or charge him down the wicket? Coming charging down the wicket over the covers. Boundary 4 to Pushkar, moves to 35, and just 2 runs needed for the PALORA Dragons.
PALORA Dragons require 2 runs to win.
So dot followed by a boundary being followed by a dot. Once again charging down, same shot, and that's the game over for PALORA Dragons.
That's the end of match number 13. PALORA Dragons win by 6 wickets.
So here it is, the PALORA Dragons winning this battle. We'll come back tomorrow with game number 14 between Playmasters and Hariom Titans. Same time, same place. See you tomorrow.
Make some noise. Raru, તો શું થયું? Kit Ashani. Join us tomorrow for match. Apologies, we're going to hand over the blue cap for the most wickets to Nitish Hirani. Join us tomorrow for match number 14 between Hariom Titans and Playmasters at 7 p.m.